चार खुदाम यहाँ पे होने चाहिए।
Okay. He's our new Minister of Foreign Affairs, and he's also the Minister of Education. He's done a lot of work with the community, and he's always been a great support. And this is our missionary in charge of Canada.
Okay.
I believe you've met him.
Yes, I think so.
As well.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
He just got back from a trip in Guatemala.
Okay.
He just got back, and very grateful that he's been able to make the time.
Sure.
Pleased to see you, man.
Sure.
We
Pleasure.
will be requesting you to raise the Belize flag, and then after that, Missionary Jalsa will raise the Ahmadiyya flag,
Sure.
and after that we will have a silent prayer, and then we'll head into the.
Sure.
What was that? हाँ जी जी
मुरब्बी साहब के लिए तो ये है, आपने कौन वो है बंदा हैं? ओ या ओके, इसको छोड़ इसको
Let me know. हाँ? जब आप बताएंगे.
जी जी
Yes.
करें आप।
Okay.
पूरा ऊपर जब चला जाएगा तो फिर इसको खींचना ये
हो गया?
जी
Thank you very much. Sol.
ला सकते हैं किसी ने नारा लगा तकबीर
अल्लाह अकबर.
नारा तकबीर
अल्लाहु अकबर.
लिवाए अहमदियत
जिंदाबाद.
लिवाए अहमदियत
जिंदाबाद.
जलसा सालाना बेलीज
जिंदाबाद.
नारा तकबीर
अल्लाहु अकबर. So let's pray. दुआ कर लें. आमीन अल्लाहुम्मा आमीन.
we are going to start our ninth Jalsa Salana Belize with the recitation of the Holy Quran. I would request Qasim
Good morning and assalamu alaikum to each and every one of us. Before I start reading my Quran, the Holy Book of Islam, I'd like to make a little bit announcement about the value of it. If you have a Old Testament and we also have a New Testament, this Quran is the last testament, inshallah. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الله لا إله إلا هو الحي القيوم لا تأخذه سنة ولا نوم له ما في السماوات وما في الأرض من ذا الذي يشفع عنده إلا بإذنه يعلم ما بين أيديهم وما خلفهم ولا يحيطون بشيء من علمه إلا بما شاء وسع كرسيه السماوات والأرض ولا يؤوده حفظهما وهو العلي العظيم. صدق الله العظيم. والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Once again, peace be unto you guys.
Now Ronald I. Saib will be presenting the translation.
Assalamu alaikum. Allah, there is no God but He, the living, the self-subsisting, and all-sustaining. Slumber seizes Him not, nor sleep. To Him belongs whatsoever is in the heavens and whatsoever is in the earth. Who is He? Who is He that will intercede with Him except by His permission? He knows what is before them and what is behind them, and they encompasses nothing of His knowledge except what He please. His knowledge extends over the heavens and over the earth, and the care of them burdens Him not, and He is the high, the great. Jazakallah.
Now the opening remarks will be presented by Mukarram Maulana Arsalan Belize Saib, President and Missionary in Charge, Belize.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. May the peace and blessings of God be upon you all. First off, I would like to welcome all of the guests and everyone who took out time from their busy schedules to come and celebrate this time with us. As we stand on the end of nearly a decade of the Ahmadiyya Muslim community's presence here in Belize, I am profoundly humbled and deeply grateful for the opportunity to address you today. I want to express my heartfelt heartfelt gratitude and warmth and love that Belize has extended to the Ahmadiyya Muslim community for almost 10 years now. And this all happened at a time where, you know, the Western media has portrayed such an ugly picture of Islam, associating terrorism and filth with Islam. Belize, being such a beautiful country, opened its arms and still accepted to learn what Islam is all about. You know, when we initially came here, people used to say, you know, they would see, you know, Brother Naveed, and they would say Taliban or terrorists, but not to blame anyone, because that's all we knew about Islam, about Muslims, right? But as the years have progressed, now, you know, we're now known more for the Ahmadiyya Basketball League, the Ahmadiyya Water, the the other initiatives that are being done to help people, and that the Ahmadiyya has really engulfed into the community of Belize. And what Ahmadiyya is truly what Belize really is. You know, people who care about other people and people who have this passion and this desire to serve people. The Ahmadiyya Muslim community is now doing different outreach programs to cater to the youth. Because we can all agree on this, that the youth are at the heart of the problem, that they are the ones that are affected the most. The second Khalifa of the Ahmadiyya Muslim community said that nations cannot be reformed without the reformation of the youth. And that's what we truly stand on. And that when we do any sort of initiative, we try our level best at how can we possibly engage these youth. Because merely just telling youth that, oh, don't do this, drinking is bad, or smoking is bad, that's not enough. They have energy, they have enthusiasm, they have to get rid of that energy somehow. Whether that be through dribbling a basketball, whether that be, working, creating job opportunities for these people. This is that path that Ahmadiyya has been trying to thread on so that we can continue to grow here in Belize. What I would like to, in my welcoming remarks, what I would like to shed light on is that many times, and recently we were just working with someone, I won't name who it was, but when they were asked that, why are these Muslims trying to, what business do they have in mentorship? And, them being a Muslim thing, why should we even allow that? And the response was that, do you not see, the responsibility was that, do you not see the work that they're doing? Before you raise any sort of allegation, do you not see what they're actually doing? And that speaks volumes of who you all are as individuals. That you guys let go all of those things on the side and you looked at who we are as people. And in essence, Islam is the reason why we're doing all of these initiatives is because Islam tells us two things. That in order to reach build our relationship with God, we have to fulfill these two tasks. One being the rights that we owe to God, and that is what we do here, where we worship God. And the second is that the rights that we owe to humans, to mankind. And the promised Messiah says that one cannot receive any of the second without the first. That you can't attain one without the other. So all that work, when people ask, what's their hidden agenda here? What do these guys want to achieve here? This is what we want to achieve. We want to build that relationship with God. And in order to build that relationship with God, it is incumbent upon us to be of service to mankind. So if anyone here, and obviously these are all of our friends and our family, and we want to open up our offering to everyone, that if there is any way that you feel that we can work together to make Belize better, we are all for it. So may Allah enable the rest of the session to go successfully, and we pray and thank you once again for coming out and being a part of our opening session. May God be with all of you, and please keep the Belize Jamaat Ahmadiyya in your prayers as well. Jazakallah.
Now, Karam Ataul Haq, Gapsai, Missionary Belize, he will be introducing the guests.
I greet you in the Islamic salutations of peace. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. May the peace and blessings of God be upon you all. So, welcome one and all to the 9th Jalsa Salana of Belize. The Ahmadiyya Muslim Jamaat Belize was founded in Belize, or you'd say registered in Belize in 2013. So, to be honest, we've been here longer than we've been holding Jalsas. But again, I want to reiterate to the public of Belize, being a Belizean myself, that I am very glad that the government of Belize, the authority of Belize, and even the citizens of Belize, they welcome the Ahmadiyya Muslim community regardless of what the media ever said about Islam, they welcomed the Ahmadiyya community with open arms, and they worked with us diligently. And so we would like to thank everyone for that. I would like to thank the Minister of Foreign Affairs and Education, Francis Fonseca, for gracing us with his presence. Also, Minister Rodwell Ferguson of Transport for gracing us with his presence. Robert Moriano, the Mayor of Dangriga. Also, Ms. Deborah from Love Foundation, Frank Hauer, the political officer of the U.S. Embassy, Kamesh. We are very glad, and all ambassadors and all dignitaries within the said place. I'm sorry if I did not mention you literally, but we are so very happy for you to be here with us, and we hope that we can continue to make a difference in Belize. So with that being said, I would just like to invite the Mayor of Dangriga, Robert Mariano, to just say a few words with our partnership with him in Dangriga.
Good morning. I'd like to start off by saying that I'm so proud to be here with you this morning. This is the first time I've entered a mosque. As a matter of fact, I'll confess that I barely know anything about Muslim. My father was a Muslim, but I didn't grow up with my father. I used to hear him saying to others, Salam alaikum. That's actually the only word I can say. But I could tell you that I have always had respect for Muslims, not just because my father was a Muslim, but recently we started a basketball tournament in Dangriga, which is called Mayor's Cup. And the only organization I've reached out to is the Ahmadiyya basketball manager, who is Mr. Forgot his name, Ashlan. Ashlan? Okay. Well, I received his phone number and I called him and I told him I would like to have a discussion with him because I'm one of those leaders that humble himself, and I see myself as a person who take advice. I've heard about the Ahmadiyya basketball tournament, and I know it is very successful. And when I told him I would love to meet with you so that you can assist me in chanting the way forward, with the first word, he said, yes, Mr. Mar, whatever day you want. And the following day, I was here with my team, those same gentlemen who are to the front along with me. And we discussed it, and he offered us the help. And so I could feel the love from the Muslim community. And so from the bottom of my heart, I'd like to say, in behalf of the people of Dangriga, our tournament should finish next week. And I want to give credit to the Ahmadiyya Basketball Club. And Ashlan have also mentioned about reaching out to the youths, the younger community. And he's perfectly right, because at that stage is the stage when we start grooming our young men and young women to become good citizens of this country. And so with that, I don't want to be too long. I'd like to say a big thank you to the Muslim community. And of course, myself and Ashlan have become even better friends. And I'm sure that he will teach me more about your religion. Thank you again.
Wonderful words. Thank you so much, Mayor Mariano. I would like to just continue on the topic of just partnering up with many different people. Our community has also done work with the prison, and our final game happened yesterday. So I would like to just invite Brother Frank Hauer, the sports coordinator of Colby Foundation, to just say a few words on that occasion. Thank you.
Morning, good morning, one and all. I'm also here on behalf of our director, Mr. Vahila Murillo. Wasn't able to make it this morning. Fortunately, he had more important matters. He had an issue with his eyes, no? His sight. I know when he was here last year, he talked about that. Fortunately, he's still battling with that. And I hope that you guys keep him in your prayers as well. Okay? Now, prison is all about order and discipline. So I'm here to talk in relation to the prison. So when a prisoner comes to prison, the punishment that the prisoner receives is the deprivation of his liberty, their freedom. And so that really is the punishment right there. The prisoner also have an opportunity for rehabilitation and rehabilitative efforts. Now, these are efforts that have been provided by the prison. For anyone that knows the history of the prison, initially where we came from the time Kolbe Foundation took over as the managing body of the institution, we've made tremendous strides. And now there are programs that have been offered that we're offering high school programs to the youths. There are different type of intervention programs that have been offered to the gangs in our society that have created a small ruckus here and there. But also for those individuals that have made decisions that were not wise, that were not conducive to everyone. Just like the Ahmadiyya Jamaat Belize that reach out to every single individual, that's essentially what the institution is all about. It's to provide that solace, that space, that you're able to find that error that you have done. Every single one of us have erred somewhere or the other. We haven't lived this life before to know what perfection is. Amen. And so it's for us to be able to be the supporting body. And that's where Ahmadiyya Jamaat comes in. And so, again, that's the reason why we are here this morning. And we thank God for them. So it's up to the inmate to really take advantage of the various rehabilitation programs that are offered and try to see how they can become better persons, better citizens. Then, of course, how they enter the prison. Now, you know unavoidably that some prisoners will not want to take advantage of some of these opportunities, but will find the opportunity instead to complain. Or we still continue to reach out to those individuals and we work with every single one of them. Now, we're here to make sure that the prison itself do their part. Prison definitely will not allow them to carry on with their deviant and bad behavior, criminal behavior whilst behind bars, because the whole purpose of them going to prison is really and truly to try to help them to get their life back on track, to get their act together, so that they become reformed citizens, so that when they reintegrate back into society, they don't make the same mistakes, but also that they become better citizens. So this is where the Ahmadiyya Muslim Jamaat Belize comes in. They understand this concept very well. And knowing that every one of us have made mistakes in our lives, none of us, as I said earlier, have lived this life before, don't know exactly what we should or how we should respond to certain situations. We are here to help and assist as the need arises. This is the second year that I can talk about what Ahmadiyya Jamaat have brought to the prison. When Mr. Naveed made the phone call to our director, he was moved because he never thought of such a thing, right? And this is where visionary comes in, right? And we see that he was a visionary, he is a visionary, and we saw automatically, our director saw what he was bringing to the prison. And so when the guys heard that Ahmadiyya was coming to the prison, they were very excited, and they look forward to participate in all the events that they have to offer. Now, there were criteria that qualified them to participate, and so it wasn't open to every single individual, of course. And so they could not, one of the criteria is they could not commit any prison infraction. If not, then that automatically disqualifies them of their participation. In October 7th of this year, it was the commencement date of the Ahmadiyya Kolbe Foundation Basketball League. And so the competition itself was a battle because it encompassed every single building in the prison, their housing units, and so it was housing unit competed against each other. Every single one wanted to compete to be the one to wear the title Kolbe Foundation Ahmadiyya Basketball Champs 2023. Again, this is the second year. We've done it last year, and it was a huge success. These guys were moved, and it really and truly talk about the rehabilitative efforts that have been provided by Kolbe, and there have been other measures that was put in place in order to, as I said, assist with the rehabilitation. But one of the ways in which this assisted Ahmadiyya Jamaat assists in the rehabilitative program is that individuals that we find out that committed infractions last year, they had refrained from that this year. And so we see a drastic decrease of that. And so that's where we most importantly take our hats off to Ahmadiyya. Now, we have had a similar game between Galen University. I believe some individuals have learned about it, and it's the Galen University Criminal Justice Club, right, that involved the Galen Athletes Department. This game was organized by the Galen University Criminal Justice in collaboration with Kolbe Foundation. Again, it's geared towards the same thing. The game was reportedly won by Galen. It's one of, it's a first one for them of 4 games that the prison had won. And so it's just to emphasize that what Ahmadiyya Jamaat is bringing to the prison is an effective tool that is well received by every single individual at the prison as well as the institution. And so I don't want to be long-winded, but again, it's an honor and a privilege as the sports coordinator. I'm actually the IT manager at the prison, but I love what the motto of Ahmadiyya Jamaat is: the love for every man, despite what the individual have done. The humanity is what is important, and that is what we need to work on, right? And so it's an honor and privilege to have met Brother Naveed, and now the president, Mr. Arslan, and I can't tell the difference. I mean, these individuals are loved. When they come into your presence, you feel that love, you feel that welcomeness, right? And I'm sure most of individuals that are here are able to share the same sentiment. And so we look forward to further collaboration with the Ahmadiyya in support of the rehabilitation, reintegration programs that they brought to the prison, the Colby Foundation, Belize Central Prison. Again, thank you once again.
Thank you so much for that wonderful speech, Brother Howard. I am very much glad to hear that the prisoners, because they want to be a part of the said basketball league in the prison, that they try to reform themselves so that they can also participate in it. That's a wonderful thing, and I am glad to hear. And I even saw on Facebook the people of Galen actually playing in that game. And what was funny enough to see was that the prisoners were actually using the Ahmadiyya basketball jerseys that we gave them. And so it's a wonderful thing to see that we are not only about people of, people make mistakes. And so we recognize that, and we want to help everyone. Again, our community is about love for all, and we emphasize on the all, and we hate none. So I would like to continue with our Honorable Rodwell Ferguson to just say a few words of our partnership with him as well. Please give a hand to him.
Good morning. With protocol being established, I'd like to acknowledge my relationship with the Ahmadiyya team in Belize. I think they did the right thing when they first came into Belize to engage with our young people. Because a new group coming into Belize, many times Belizeans are very skeptical, especially about the Muslim, as you say. But working with Naveed and Ashla has been a wonderful experience. I am the Minister of Youth, Sport and Transportation for Belize. And so when I started a basketball competition in 2022, I had no clue who Naveed was, but I hear about the Ahmadiyya ever since they came to Belize. Naveed gave me a call and said, Mr. Ferguson, I'd like to partner with you in the competition because I recognized that they were having competitions for the last 8 or 9 years. And we sat down and we had a discussion, and I said, Mr. Ferguson, I'm going to provide all the shirts for all the teams. I said, Naveed, you sure you can do that? There was about 25 to 30 teams from across the country of Belize. And he said, I'm going to do so. And we continued collaboration. I was invited to this event last year. When I got the invitation again, I said, I have to come and support because we have considered ourselves no friends. And I want to engage you more as the minister responsible for youth and sports. I think we have some delinquencies in trying to make it work for the Belizean people. So I want to partner and create a cooperation. So within another couple of weeks or a month, we'll communicate and figure out how we can work it together, especially when it comes to crimes in Belize. And I was in Korea about 2 years ago, and what they do there, they transform the minds of the young people from a very early age. So they change their complete mindset. And if we can do the same thing in Belize at that early age, we can see a complete change, a complete difference in our society. So with that said, I must say that on behalf of the government of Belize and myself, we appreciate the partnership very much, and thank you once again.
Thank you so much, Minister Ferguson. We always welcome new projects and new ways to work with everyone. We are so glad to have been partnered with you in your endeavors in Belize. So I would like to also invite Ms. Deborah, because we're hearing a lot about basketball, but with the Love Foundation, we have started some new projects. And just so you can understand that it's not only basketball, now we are even diving into water. You can see that these water bottles have the label Water for Life Ahmadiyya. So what this project really does is that it opens up avenue for those who are around us that it's hard for them to get actual drinking water. If you can, we call this area back here the London Bridge because they have pallets, and it's very hard to get to them. But we have diligent people here that want to provide water for everyone, and this is a very affordable price. And even the revenue that we make from this water, it is not for us, it is not for our profit, but we put that money back into the projects that we do for helping humanity in Belize. So this is what the Ahmadiyya Muslim community is all about. If you have an idea, just like our president has said, please come to us about it, and we will speak about it, and we will try to work together about it. And this is the same thing that Ms. Deborah will tell you, that we partner with them because they have innovative ideas, and we also have innovative people. So Ms. Deborah of the Love Foundation will also be just saying a future projects that we'll be working together with. Thank you.
Good morning. I'm glad that you brought up the water thing. So, the Love Foundation has been partnering with Ahmadiyya Muslim Jamaat since they got to Belize. So we have been in existence for 10 years. Hard to believe. And shortly after we started the Love Foundation, I met Naveed, who was assigned to Belize. And like many people, you know, initially I didn't know much about the Muslim community, and just working with Naveed and being able to attend Jalsa Salana in the UK really opened my eyes to what Ahmadiyya does. And so we are funded primarily through the US Embassy, the US State Department. Most of our projects are funded by them. And we had a project, well, I should say we have a project that funds community hubs. We build the foundation for what we call community hubs. And how that works is that people within the community, primarily gang members who have decided that they want to change their life, they would come up with ideas looking at what resources they had or lack of in their communities and how we could work together to help them to meet those needs. So one of the projects was they identified a lack of water in their communities. Reason being, some of these communities are hard to reach, as was mentioned earlier, and people are waiting sometimes for hours until a water truck passes by to get a 5-gallon of water. What also happens is that there's these catchment barrels that they catch water in that is not really sanitary, and that becomes the water that they provide. So there's a lot of diseases, children that have some of these diseases born out of unsanitary water. And so I met with Arslan, and he was asking me about the water project that we had. And it was, you know, he was looking for ways to do the same thing here. So we oftentimes sit and meet and talk about the needs of the different communities, what I'm doing, what they're doing, and how we could partner. I'm very excited about this 2024 moving forward because, again, under a project funded by CARSI, US Embassy, we are engaging in the prevention of violence against women and girls, and we are engaging men and boys in that. And again, the Ahmadiyya Muslim community is looking at working with men and boys in the prevention of violence. And so through these initiatives, we have come up with what's called the Better Brothers Initiative, which we will be launching in several schools. We have several pilot schools. The way that this works is that it's 2 12-week programs. So the first 12 weeks, they're engaging in conflict resolution, team building, basic communications, basic areas of communication. Once they graduate from the 12-week, they move into a 12-week leadership program. Now, I say this, and I say this with a lot of caution. I say to the principals when we go into the schools, give us the worst of the worst. We are looking not for young people who are peer leaders. We're looking for those who are demonstrating issues of anger, demonstrating violence. We want to work with them. It would be a great thing to develop a project that children don't have to be suspended or expelled from school. So this project is really a project to work and mitigate the level of suspension and expulsion from schools. And so the Better Brothers Initiative will work with these kids. The second 12-week project will be the leadership component. Once they have graduated from these two 12-week components, they will receive a dog tag. Why a dog tag? A dog tag is significant in the military for getting soldiers home. And we want these young people to know that home is with the Love Foundation and the Ahmadiyya family. And so there is a group of people here, and if you notice the buildings in the back of the of this building, there's two small buildings that are used for after-school programs and different and various other after-school activities that engage young people. So we are interested in working with them, and like I said, we have been partnering with them for several years on different projects. But I'm so excited about this project, the Better Brothers Initiative, because this will really allow us to continue to work with our young people, especially our young boys, and help them to navigate through their feelings, their emotions, and their social issues. And as always, we hope that this significance of the dog tag that we will be giving them will help them to understand that there is a place where they can come back for guidance, or if they fall off the wagon, so to speak. So I'm so excited to be in partnership with you guys. These are my brothers. The women in the back are my sisters, Sister Khadija. She's been feeding me from day one. But I thank you guys so much for this opportunity. Thanks.
Thank you very much. Other guests? Oh, it's okay.
With that being said, I would like to invite our most honored guest, Minister Francis Fonseca, to just say the final words for the remarks of the guest. Please give him a hand.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Thank you to our distinguished host for your kind invitation to join you this morning. I want to acknowledge everyone who is here with us today, my colleague, Honorable Minister Rodwell Ferguson, our distinguished mayor from Dangriga, our distinguished ambassadors and the High Commissioner from the United Kingdom, excellencies, dignitaries, friends, everyone who is present here today. It is my great honor and pleasure to join you this morning for the Jalsa Salana Belize 2024. As was said, I think this is the 9th such Jalsa Salana. And I've had the honor and privilege of attending before, but I certainly wanted to be here this morning because, as the theme for this year says, it is about world peace. And as the central theme for the Ahmadiyya Muslim community here in Belize is love for all, hatred for none. I think those are two very, very important themes that we can all appreciate and recognize as being very, very important today in our world and here in Belize as well. World peace, we are living in a world of great uncertainty, a world of conflict. We know, we see every day on the news, the ongoing conflicts that we are having between Russia and Ukraine, the Russian invasion of Ukraine, as well as, of course, the crisis, the humanitarian crisis unfolding in the Middle East, in the Gaza, where so many people have lost their lives. So many innocent people have lost their lives. So I think it's very clear to all of us that more than ever, perhaps, we need world peace. We need to practice love for all, hatred for none. Those are central themes if we are going to have a peaceful world, global community. Here in Belize, the Ahmadiyya Muslim community has been doing tremendous work over the past 10 years. It was first established in 2013 here in Belize. And I think it's very important, you know, for us here in Belize. We have a strong reputation as a country as being a very welcoming people. We are always willing to learn from others. We're always willing to give other people an opportunity to prove themselves. We're always willing to listen. We are always prepared to respect others. Those are fundamental principles of our Belizean nation. So I'm very proud of the fact that the Ahmadiyya Muslim community came to Belize in 2013. And the Belizean people have embraced your community. The Belizean people have respected your community. And you have earned that respect. You have worked very hard to earn that respect. And I think the Belizean people have appreciated the fact that you have worked to gain their trust and their confidence. And that has been proven over the past 10 years. You know, the community has been very involved with, of course, sports, very involved with programs with young people. I'm very happy to see that they are working closely with the prison as well to advance reform programs in the prison. I have worked with the community in the area of education, a very important area for us in Belize. And so we're very grateful for the support and the commitment that the Ahmadiyya Muslim community in Belize has demonstrated to these very important areas for Belize's development. Youth rehabilitation, youth programs, education programs, sports programs, reform programs in our prison and in our communities as well. Trade programs, working to ensure that we are equipping our young people with the skills they need to find employment or to create employment for themselves. These are all very good, positive programs that we are very happy to be associated with. And so I wanted to be here this morning on behalf of the government of Belize, along with my colleague, Minister Rodwell, to thank the Ahmadiyya Muslim community for their very positive contributions to Belizean society. And we wanted as well to send, as I said, a very clear message of Belize's commitment to respect, Belize's commitment to tolerance, Belize's commitment to inclusivity. That is very important for religious tolerance, for religious inclusivity. Belize is, of course, a Christian nation. Our constitution is grounded in the principles of Christianity and God. We are very, very happy to embrace our brothers and sisters in the Muslim community, in the Ahmadiyya community here in Belize. And so I want to close again by thanking you for the work that you're doing and pledge on behalf of the government of Belize to pledge our continued support and collaboration with you to achieve these shared goals and objectives that we have, which will help to improve the lives of the Belizean people. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Now, I would request, there will be a ceremony of achievement awards. The organizers, please.
So this year, we wanted to start something new with presenting some awards to people who have been doing outstanding work in the community, people who we wanted to recognize for their efforts to better Belize, as we feel that people who have given so much service need to be recognized. So the first person, this is just a very tragic incident. Is Miss Sarah Arzu here? Okay. So Miss, you can have a seat just 1 second. A very sad incident just happened. This award goes to Mr. James Patillo, such an amazing friend of our community. He was we were just talking, and I messaged him, and I told him that we're having our convention, and we would love to have you here because you've done an outstanding job. And he said, well, I'm going to be retiring. And this is where the idea sparked, that you've done such a tremendous job for so many years. Since 1987, he's been serving Belize, the Belize Defense Force. And the idea sparked in my mind that we need to appreciate this. And he retired in November, and I just messaged him as a follow-up message, and as I returned from Canada, and I messaged, and I heard he had passed away. And just from a heart attack. But I still wanted to, and I was very, very happy that I was still able to get in contact with Ms. Sarah Arzu, because his efforts for the Ahmadiyya community have been so helpful. He's such a good friend. And we're very grateful for that partnership. And he's someone that we will always remember. And the first award I would like to give to is Ms. James Patillo, the late Mr. James Patillo, for his outstanding efforts with the BDF. So let's give a round of applause for Mr. James Patillo. Should we charge some? You can come as well. We can have a picture with you. We can do it in the front right here. No, there are more. Okay. So the next one is to Mr. Frank, who has done a tremendous job with the prison. He's a very, very humble person and an amazing personality to get to know. When he was speaking as well, I know this isn't something he enjoys doing. He's someone who always stays in the back, and he just loves to work and just do the grind. He doesn't like to be in the front. And I'm very, very proud to say that our relationship has grown. And we always look forward to doing more work with you. And just for the record, Hard Rock lost to the Colby Foundation yesterday, and Colby Foundation did an amazing job. So congratulations on an amazing second season. The next award is a combination award of a double-headed sword. This is from down south in Dangriga, Mr. Denrick Walton and Mr. Ryan Elvis. I am so proud of this commitment that these guys have. Dangriga is about, it's in the south, and they're known for it's the culture capital of Belize. And these two gentlemen have done a tremendous job with the youth. For our for our basketball league, for the Ahmadiyya basketball league, these guys, along with their team, bring about 5 teams to the city to play every week. And you know how they get here? They stand on the speed bumps and they raise funds. They do dollar drives so that they can raise enough funds to rent vehicles so that they can come down to the city so that the youth can play sports instead of doing other things. So a big round of applause for these guys. Last but not least, Miss Ann Palacio. She is someone Miss Annie Palacio. I wanted to thank her. She is someone who I've just recently met, but her passion and her dedication. She has served as a principal. She is now working with the New Beginnings. New Beginning is a youth reformation center, and she has done a tremendous job. And she honestly, when we wanted to join hands and work together with the New Beginnings project, she was the driving force to let us in. Because being in this country, there are still people who feel that, that Muslims are still, like, why are they here? What's the hidden agenda? So she made it very clear that the hidden agenda is very apparent, that we are here to serve. So Ms. Annie Palacio, we're very, very grateful to you. Thank you so much. And with that, I conclude the gift ceremony.
Now we will have a presentation by Dorian Yuna, new convert of Jamaat Ahmadiyya Belize. The topic is love for one's country is a part of your faith.
Thank you. In the name of Allah, most gracious, ever merciful. Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests, and cherished members of the Ahmadiyya community in Belize and abroad, I extend my warm greetings to you in the Islamic salutation of peace. Assalamu alaikum. Today, as Muslims in Belize, we come together in unity, expressing our profound love for Allah and gratitude for our beloved country. Rooted in the universal values of Islam, love, compassion, and service, the Ahmadiyya community stands firm on the principle of love for all, hatred for none. The Holy Quran guides us in Surah An-Nisa, O ye who believe, obey Allah, and obey His messenger and those who are in authority among you. This emphasizes that being a good Muslim entails not only following Allah and the messenger, but also being loyal to the leaders and law of Belize. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, stated, loving your homeland is part of faith, underscoring the intrinsic link between faith and love for country. The vision of the promised Messiah, Hazrat Mirza Ghulam Ahmad, peace be upon him, adds depth to our understanding. He envisioned that the goodness naturally begets love for one's homeland, proclaiming, if you are good, God will make you love your country. Our esteemed Khalifa, Hazrat Mirza Masroor Ahmad, reinforces that idea. A Muslim is one who loves his country and abides by its laws. He emphasizes we feel pain and distress when any nation suffers, and we share the grief and pain of others. Thus, whenever a country faces difficulty, we must try our utmost to alleviate their suffering. In Belize's diverse community, Islam encourages us to embrace and respect one another, contributing to the unity of our nation. Our faith calls us to promote social harmony through acts of kindness and positive contribution, making us ambassadors of goodwill. As Ahmadi Muslims in Belize, let us collectively work towards creating a society where love, justice, and peace prevails. Inspired by the profound wisdom of Islam, the teachings of the Ahmadiyya community, and the guidance of our revered leaders, let our actions reflect the principles that make us good citizens and faithful Muslims. Thank you, and may Allah continue bless Belize and its diverse communities. Jazakallah.
أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Honorable Minister of Foreign Affairs and Education, Honorable Minister of Sport, Youth and Sport, we thank you very much for your continuous support for all our actions towards mankind, towards Belizeans. It is something very important that we have this privilege in this country. And you have talked of inclusivity, which is very important and which is the base of the peace of the society. Mayor Robert has said something very important, very fundamental. He said, I know only one word, Assalamu alaikum. I don't know anything about Islam. But we have to understand that there starts everything. It is very important that you know that at least what is Assalamu alaikum. That means the person you are shaking hand with, you are saying that you don't have to fear from me. There will be peace from me. Whatever I will do, that will be a peace for you. And there starts the peace of the society, and which is the theme of our convention also this year. I would like to shed a little more light on that, and that is reflected in the teachings of Islam. This saying Assalamu alaikum is very important. Islam says you are going to shake hands with your friends, and you are saying that we are offering you the peace. Don't use your right hand for your toilets, for other things where you can have microbes or other things like that. Because it will be hypocrisy that you, at one side, you will say peace on you, and on the other hand, you will be transporting and you will be conveying that kind of germs to the people. So it is the first step towards the peaceful society, just saying Assalamu alaikum. So it is very, very important. Second thing I wanted to highlight here, and I am convinced, it is my conviction, that if a person offers you water, guides you towards water, he cannot be your enemy. He will be guiding you towards a life. And Ahmadiyyat is here not only to give you physical life, but also spiritual life. Physically also, Ahmadiyyat is offering you water. And spiritually also, they are offering you spiritual water. That will help you to maintain your spiritual life. So this is one of the reasons that we organize these conventions, these jalsas, to educate our members. And we invite others that they may witness what we are educating. And they can also be part of that education. And if that circle expands, what will happen? A peaceful society. So this is what we need, this is what we want. So please participate in those activities, in those kind of meetings where we are educating our members for the society. And Allah has asked us to do so. It is an obligation for us that we have to convey that message of peace towards you. And you have seen all around of our world. There are innocents, they are killed. There are cities which are ruined. And it is expanding every day. Every day there are passenger planes and others, they are destroyed. And what happens? We are killing the mankind. So we need peace. And this peace, the way Ahmadiyyat is proposing you, will be more effective. So we request you all that please follow these activities. Ask your friends, ask your children to come here to participate in these activities, to ask your sisters, ask your wives also, ask your daughters also, that they should come and see how effectively Islam can teach those peaceful teachings and how they can be important for your lives. We have a lot of intentions as a man in this world. These are material intentions. They can never satisfy us. The only thing that can satisfy, that is the teachings of Islam, the way we have to live, the way we have to deal with or treat our neighbors, the way we have to treat our children, the way we have to treat our daughters, the way we have to treat our ladies, our wives. If all these things, they are practiced as Islam has explained, you will see the world will become a real place of peace for everybody. So this is the message we give through our efforts, and please try to understand these messages with sincerity and with love. May Allah be with all of us. May Allah grant us that real peace which He has sent through Islam. May Allah be with you all. Thank you very much. Jazakumullahu ahsanal jaza. So as we have time, it is proposed that we can have a question-answer session. So if you have questions, please you may proceed with your questions. Oh, okay, we understand. Thank you very much. अनाउंस करो ना उसे अनाउंस कर देना कि जा रहे हैं
I would just like to thank Mr. Fonseca once again for his time. Mike. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I would just like to thank Mr. Fonseca once again for coming and spending his time with us. May God bless you, and congratulations on your new post as well, on your new ministry. So God bless you, and we hope to continue to do work with you.
So, are there any questions? Yes, please.
One brief question. What's the history of the Jalsa Salana and why we hold this Jalsa Salana?
Okay, I can go there, no problem. Huh? Achha, okay. So the question is, what is the history of Jalsa Salana? Why we hold Jalsa Salana? First of all, we have to understand that it is the founder of Jamaat Ahmadiyya, Hazrat Mirza Ghulam Ahmad, who has initiated this Jalsa Salana. And while he was initiating this Jalsa Salana, he explained that this meeting or this convention is not like others. It is an extraordinary activity which will be happening and which will be blessed, and those people who will participate in that Jalsa Salana, that they will be blessed in many ways. And he initiated in such a way that this convention was being held every year during his life, and then it was expanded when Ahmadiyyat started expanding in the world. And today, all around the world, in every country, we are holding this Jalsa Salana. As I explained earlier, it is in fact a refresher course, theoretically also, practically also. Theoretically, to let you know that what Quran says, what are the teachings of Holy Quran, what are the teachings of Islam, and practically how we can practice those teachings, and you can come and see how brotherhood is there, how respect for ladies is there, how the respect for brothers is there, how the hospitality is there. So, all those aspects you can witness yourself. It is in the light of the teachings of Islam. So, it is the only community who is practicing what that community says. So, this kind of convention is held in Canada, it is held in UK, it is held in USA, it is held in Germany, it is held in Switzerland, all countries of the world, in Africa also. We are going to have our 100 years of Ghana Jalsa Salana also this year in February. That will be a great event also there. And also you have to understand that by the grace of Allah, Jamaat Ahmadiyya is an organized community, and we have three auxiliaries. One is for youngsters from 15 to 40 years, and second is after 40 or above, 41 and above, and the third auxiliary is for ladies, Ahmadi ladies. And for that also it is almost 100 years now, and they are celebrating their centenary this year for their organization also. So, all these organizations also work independently also and together also in such a way with cooperation and coordination. So, this thing is so important that if you can feel the blessings, and we have felt, you will be amazed to know that how important this Jalsa is. Any other question, please?
What is the difference between Islam and other religions?
In fact, our Islam is not completed if we don't respect other prophets. We respect Jesus Christ, and I say sometimes we respect Jesus Christ more than Christians. We respect Moses, and there also I can say the same thing. we respect Noah, we respect Abraham, we respect Krishna, we respect Buddha, all prophets. And that is why you will see all persons coming in Islam who were before Buddhist, who were Christians, who were Jews, all those persons, they are accepting Islam. So first of all, you have to understand that in Islam there is no difference between the founders of those religions and the religion of Islam. The only thing we explain is that with the time the teachings of other prophets were interpolated. They are not the same which were given to those prophets. That does not decrease the importance of those prophets, but they were rightful persons, they were truthful persons, and we respect them. But the only thing is that now God has given the latest law and the final law, that is a law of Islam. For that reason, you can see certain teachings of Christianity also there, certain teachings of Judaism also there, certain teachings of Hinduism also there, because we believe that all those prophets came from one God. If the God is one, so the same teaching should be given to those prophets, and Islam should not be given a different teaching. So in that sense there is no difference, but in that sense there is a difference that other teachings, they are interpolated by men, but until now we can see, we can have the witnesses of many Christians or Jews also, who say that that Quran is the same Quran which was given to Holy Prophet ﷺ, or at least which was distributed by the third Khalifa of Islam, Hazrat Usman. So for that reason we say that Islam is the final religion of God. All other religions are mentioned inside, all the teachings of other religions are there. So if you accept Islam, that does not mean you reject Jesus Christ, that does not mean you reject Moses, you reject Noah, or you reject Abraham, etc., etc.
The next question is that how does one become a Muslim?
It is not difficult to become Muslim. First of all, to have the conviction that the message which Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam has brought is the message of God. And what was that message? That message is there's none worthy of worship except Allah, and Muhammad is his prophet. This is the first step to enter Islam. But believing sincerely and faithfully the teachings which were given to Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, just if you in your heart you are convinced that they are the truthful teachings, then you are Muslim. The rest are the formalities, and sometimes formalities also are important, that we may contact you if you have accepted Islam, and if there are informations to be given, we can give you easily. So these are the rest are the formalities, but important.
The next question is from one of our sisters. She's asking, what is the meaning of jihad?
Yes, that also is one of the questions which is a very hot question in a way, that the people, they accuse Islam that Islam is the religion of force, Islam is the religion of sword, and we oblige the people, or in the past also we have obliged the people to accept Islam, which is not the reality. The word jihad is a very vast word, and the meaning of this word is in fact to make some special efforts. And special efforts, one of those efforts is, of course, when you are attacked, you have to defend yourselves. This is also one of the meanings, but it is not all the time that meaning should be or should not be said that this is the only meaning of jihad. So, the first jihad and the foremost and the most important jihad is to reform yourself. It is more difficult than to kill somebody or than to even defend yourself, because every time Satan is there, he is going to push you towards the vices and bad actions, and you resist on that, and resisting that point is the real jihad. And the Prophet Messiah, the founder of Ahmadiyya movement, he said it was the jihad of sword, when you had to defend yourselves, was important 1400 years ago. My time it was mentioned that he will abandon the jihad of sword, and in my time there will be more efforts to be done for the reform of the people. As you see, we need to reform the people for the peace of the world. So, this is important. This is a real jihad. This is not that we are going to kill them. We should say that stop killing even, and killing cannot bring the peace. So, Islam, it is the teachings of Islam that you should not oblige anybody against his desire, against his intention, to accept any kind of action of Islam. You have to understand that the conviction is the most important thing. You have to try to convince the people. This is what we are doing, and you are witness of what we are doing. We are not using any kind of compulsion or any kind of force to convert the people towards Islam.
Often it is noted that women they cover themselves. Why are women oppressed in Islam?
It is not an oppression, first of all. You have to understand, and I would say one sentence, and I think you will agree with that sentence. If something is precious, what you do? You cover it, you protect it. You don't want that anybody should steal it. You put it in your special protection. Should we say that it is something bad we are doing, that we are protecting our precious things? We respect our ladies, and if we don't respect, then you can say. If we don't promote respect of ladies, then you can say. We are for the education of the ladies, and you can see many members here sitting among the ladies who are well educated, and that education was permitted and is permitted in Islam. If it is like that, then nobody has the right to say that we are depriving the ladies. We are protecting them because of certain aspect of the society, and you will see that sometimes this is what that destroys the society also. So, we want to protect the society, and we want that ladies should be convinced of that, then she should or they should cover. Have we forced anybody to come in the mosque with that kind of cover? No, we have not. So, first we have to convince them that this protection is for their benefit, for their favor, then they should cover them.
The next one is a question/comment. He said that we noticed more participation and active role at Ahmadiyya Jalsa and other services they offer in Belize. So first, he's saying congratulations. He's saying, is this on purpose, and how do people volunteer to serve humanity?
There are many occasions we are offering. We have different projects. which can be better explained by the president of Belize. He can explain better, but I just let you know that we have many projects, and we can have more projects where you can dedicate your time, your money, your life to help the Belizeans, to help the mankind, and all people they are in Belize. You can volunteer yourself for these things. Please, you can explain.
Just to add on, as from a perspective of Belize specifically, we always try to do different initiatives where people can participate, and rest assured, you do not need to be a Muslim in order to volunteer your time, and you do not need to, you don't need to take the Shahada to help out. You just have to have the passion to serve. That's the key. We have right now, currently, we have free tutoring that we're giving with actually Minister Fonseca. We asked him about building a school, and he said that at the moment we have enough schools, but the issue is that people are not going to those schools. One, because transportation is an issue, and the second is that people are now, because of that distance or that gap that they have, that that they're not able to read still, or other reasons like this, they're so shy to go to school that they just drop out, and that they just find as an easier route. So something that we started, and we have weekly classes twice a week, where volunteers come and they dedicate their time and they help teach, and we give free lessons to any of the youth that want to come and want to learn. So we encourage people who feel that they can help by teaching, and then also if you know someone that wants to learn, then they can come and they can learn. This is just one aspect. Another aspect is this Water for Life that we're doing. Now we have a lot of people that come and they also help volunteer their time to, whether if it's filling bottles or if it's going out for delivery. There will be presentations tomorrow on explaining how, and for people who haven't seen the London Bridge, it is basically houses that have been, or squatting that has been done on basically on a swamp. And they've used these construction pallets to make a pathway. So no truck can go there. You can't go there on truck. So by foot you have to take those 5-gallon bottles and you have to take it all the way to the back, and then and now even while you're walking in those areas, there are a lot of snakes. There's crocodiles. Then there's also a lot of garbage thrown there as well, right? So nobody cares or nobody wants to go back there to give water to those people. And now you'll see that sometimes it'll take half an hour, 40 minutes to go and give one bottle of 5-gallon water to one person, But the goal is that we want people here in Belize to be drinking clean drinking water, right? So this is one aspect. So we have people who come and they volunteer their time and they give their assistance to help with these projects, right? And that's what makes it possible, right? We don't have unfortunately not yet, we do not have a printing machine of money. So a lot of things are needed where we have to volunteer our time. This new initiative that we are doing with the Better Brothers initiative, this is also something that requires a lot of assistance, where we want leaders from the community to come and say, because the main issue is, and this is the major point that is missed, that the people who are always rebelling and the people who are causing trouble in society are those youth that don't have a father figure. They don't have someone to scold them. They don't have someone to tell them right from wrong. The mother is so busy trying to make ends meet and trying to nurture that other aspect is often missed in Belize. And we see that when I have a very dear friend, Mr. Jacob, sitting here, and he can testify to this as well, that anytime you're doing any of these sporting events or anything, those coaches become like your father, And that is something that we're missing, and it's a huge gap that we have there in Belize. And this is something that we want men who have their head on right, who are trying to strive to better themselves, like Mr. Denrick and Mr. Ryan, people who are young and passionate and who can offer. And you don't need to offer so much time. We have people who say that, and even with the jiu-jitsu that we're doing right now, they volunteer their time. They have no need for any of that money or anything, and they say, let's go to schools and just teach them. Let's just go teach them how to have self-defense. Because this, you can't tell a child that, no, sit here. You have to give them something better to do. You can't just tell them not to do evil. They have way too much energy inside themselves. They need to release that somehow. So coming up with different initiatives. And there's so many things, so many ways to find an answer. And the best thing is that know that your ideas and your suggestions are always welcome here. That any way that you feel that we can make Belize better, know that Ahmadiyya's got your back, and we will do everything in our power to help. While I'm here, I'll give you the next question as well. If Islam is a peaceful religion and a peaceful faith, why is there so much unrest in Middle Eastern countries or Islamic countries? Yes, Mr. Rao. Thank you so much, Mr. Ferguson, for coming. God bless you, and we'll be in touch.
This question is also very important. This question is also very important. And we have to understand one thing. If we say that a medicine, a doctor, a physician, he knows all the rules and all the principles which can maintain the health of the person, he should never die. He should be always living. But what happens when that person himself does not apply what he is teaching or what he is saying? Then he fell ill, fell sick. The same thing happens today. We have Quran in our hands, but we are not opening it. And it is also one of the proof of the truth of Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He said that there will be time when you will have the Holy Quran, but just the words. You will not go beyond those words. The people, they will recite the Holy Quran, but that will not descend from here. They will not understand. There will be Islam, but just the traditions. If that is the state of Muslims, then how Islam can bring peace to them? That's why Ahmadiyya exists. If not, if they could practice peace without Ahmadiyya today, Ahmadiyya has no reason to exist. And this is why we need Ahmadiyya today, that we are here to teach Islam. We are here to indicate where Islam has explained us how to live in peace and how to give peace to others. So this is the only reason that those people, they are not practicing the real Islam. That's why all kind of mess is there, all kind of disturbance is there, all kind of wars are there. They are engaging in war in between them, Muslims. So to avoid all this, Ahmadiyyat is there to teach you how you can avoid all this.
What is the difference, and are there sects in Islam?
Partially I have already answered that Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said that my century which I am living in, as I am there as a teacher, will be the best of all the centuries. Then there will be the people who have learned with me Islam, but I will not be there. That should be less than first century. And then there will be third century, where there will be the people who have learned Islam with the people whom I have taught. That means that century will be again less than second and first. Then he says
there will be a time of almost 1,000 years. The word thousand is not there, but there will be a time, for a long time, the people, they will little by little start forgetting the teachings of Islam. And you will find a state just like in Judaism, followers of Moses, they were divided into 72 sects, and my followers will be divided into 73 sects. And that will be a mercy from God in such a sense that with Moses, there was no sect that could unite them. But for me, there will be a sect that will unite all other 72 sects. And that is the difference between Ahmadiyyat and others. Because they have not come to unite the Muslims, Ahmadiyyat has come to unite the Muslims. Ahmadiyyat has come to show the real teachings of Islam, forgotten teachings of Islam, and to let you know that we need to return to the initial Islam. This is what is important. If not, we have the same Quran. We have the same 5 prayers per day. We have the same month of Ramadan. And we have the same manner of paying zakat, and with the same rate of paying zakat also. We have the only one place for pilgrimage, for Hajj, and we go there for Hajj. So there is no difference of beliefs which are the fundamental beliefs, but there are certain things which are innovated in Islam, which are additioned in Islam. We are here to purify Islam today from all such activities. This is the difference between Ahmadiyyat and other sects.
Good afternoon. So, we rarely have some of the faces here, and I'm not sure, maybe some of you, this is the first time that you have been in a mosque. So we would like to just show you the compound, take you upstairs, take you to the different places, our water foundation and the different places, and even show you the back to maybe even brainstorm ideas when the lunch comes, that we can just sit down and have an idea of what we can discuss at that lunch, no? So please, if you would, we will be giving, after the silent prayer, we will be doing this. Sorry, I got so excited to show you the beautiful place. This is called Masjid Nur for a reason. Masjid Nur means the Mosque of Light. So please.
Okay, let's pray together. It is also our tradition that in our convention, there are different sessions, and after the first session and the final session, we have silent prayers. So I would invite you to join me in the silent prayer, please. Ameen, Allahumma ameen. Jazakumullahu khairan.